Hey, what's going on, everyone? Want to do a quick little scope here. Really quick. Trying to dodge that sun again. I just wanted to do a quick little scope here. It is Monday, right? Monday afternoon. And I wanted to share something with you. And it's kind of related to the podcast episode that went out today. And today's episode was all about my story. And hopefully that can help you see that everything that we do really does make a difference in the course of our life. So, Michael says, great story. Thanks. If you guys had a chance to listen to that today, go ahead and just say yes down below. I see Amaya from Spain. Hey, Amaya. Yeah, I just wanted to share that, and I had a quick little story I wanted to share with you. It's kind of similar to what had happened. Funny, I was just listening to the entrepreneur episode. Really helpful, Scott. Yes, awesome. I'm glad. Juan says, Venezuela. Hey, I'll wait till 1:30 a.m. for you to come on. It was awesome. Thanks, Scott. Awesome. Me too. Listen to it. Love hearing stories. Not eat, but I will. Let me just switch my hand here. From London says hi. Hey, good story, bro. Awesome. It's my story, but I think everyone has a story. And I think if you look at the path that we decide to make decisions. And I'm going to share a quick little story with you on how something just happened and it made a huge difference, or it made something happen that I wanted to happen. Rob Texas, this better be important, interrupting, very inspirational TAS podcast. It is, because it's related to that podcast. Hello, Scott. Mine sounds similar. Yeah, cool. There's a lot of similar stories, and I think that's why we all like to hear each other's stories, because we can relate to it, and sometimes we're a little guarded on those stories because we want to be successful in every aspect of our life. But a lot of times those decisions that you were just unclear of could definitely make a difference in the course of action. And I've got two stories for you today. I've got a story on what I just did as a decision, and it opened a door for me, number one. And number two, how I took that story and I was talking to one of my son's friends who we've kind of taken in a sense. He's comes from just a rough upbringing, and we lend a hand to him, and he's 19 years old, and I took him on a walk today. Him and I took a walk around my neighborhood, and we talked, and I told him about this one story, because every decision we make can make an impact on our life. And I know this isn't Amazon related, guys, so if you guys are waiting for that Amazon hack today, I don't have one today, other than stay with it, don't give up, and keep moving forward. You guys are awesome, though. Tapping on that screen, give me some love, give me some hearts. I love it. We're almost up to 90 currently on. Let's get it up to 100 today in the early afternoon hour here. It's 2:51 p.m. So do me a favor, share this if you guys would do so, and I'll get right to the story so you guys can get back to doing what you're doing, and I'll get back to doing what I was doing. Go ahead and share on the screen, and go ahead and let your followers know, your Twitter, even your Periscope followers, or even on Facebook. Someone just said, and I'll answer one question on Amazon right now about the pay-per-click. Should I keep them all on manual, or should we, should you use other ones? You should use all different ones, and that's where you're going to get the data. But again, I don't want to go down that path right now. Rich Kibble is on. What is up, Rich? Thank you for sharing that, buddy. So here's the story. I'm going to jump right into it, okay? We didn't get up to that 100 like I wanted to. I wish you guys would have shared it and gotten me up to that 100. Thanks, bud. No problem. We're at 88. 89. We might get up to 100 while I'm still on, while you guys are sharing it. But this here, if for anyone that is either in business, in life, struggling, or not thinking that things are working, or they want to change, Strutwa in the house. What is up, Bill? Thanks for being unselfish. It is about helping more people than yourself, and I do believe that will come back to benefit you in the future in all walks of life. All right, so here's what happened, okay? And this isn't really related to the Amazon thing, but I will go back to the Amazon thing, right? 12 months ago, if I did not, thank you, Danny, if I did not start an Amazon business, if I did not start that and say, hey, honey, talking to my wife, honey, I'm seeing a lot of stuff about this Amazon business. Should I start it? It seems like it's pretty good, but I don't want to do a lot of work. I don't mind doing the upfront work, but I don't want to have to ship product. And should we do it? And she was like, you know what? If you think you should, do it. We've done things all along the way, and it's always opened up doors. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I did it. Here we are, 12 months later, over $300,000 generated through Amazon, starting the business 12 months ago. I'd say it's pretty good. It's a pretty good idea that I did it, right? Okay. Now, the other thing you can say is the podcast also brought me to you, right? Here we are on a Periscope and on the podcast. So me starting the Amazon, that one split decision to decide to do it started me down that path. When I started going down that path, I started getting questions from friends and family of, how are you doing this? What are you doing? And I said, maybe I should do a podcast because I always like to, to help people. So why not? Yeah, we are almost at 100. Keep it going. So again, that one split decision that I decided to do, I started the Amazon business. Then you move a little bit further, started the podcast, started getting momentum with that, started reaching other people like Danny Brewer that's on here, who's been a huge help in the community of the TAS community, and Rich Kibble, who was one of our early adopters to the class and all of that stuff, and even the class as far as that goes. Like, I never thought I was going to have a class. I never wanted to have a class technically, but it all kind of just happened from taking action, right? So here's what happened, okay? Here's what happened 2 days ago. Okay, now you guys know, maybe some of you don't know, but Jamie Tardy, who is my business coach, I reached out to her probably 6 months ago when things started to really get busier, and I really needed help with my business in general, all my businesses. So basically, I reached out to her. I got her to be my coach. Because of that, she's opened up a lot of new doors for me as well, just by elevating my thinking. Well, she said, hey, Scott, would you mind, shooting like a quick little video just telling people how it's been working with me? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. So I fired up the camera. I went ahead and I did it. I did a testimonial for it, which anyone that is at that level where you're at the next level, definitely check her out. Then I had also the guy that does my show notes for the podcast. He asked for if I would give him an audio testimonial. I said, yeah, all right, no problem. And he does a great job as well. Kerry Green from Podcast Fast Track. I'll give him a little plug here. Great guy, awesome guy. So I said, yeah. So while I'm doing it, I'm sitting there, I'm thinking to myself, there's a few players out there that I really want to get in front of. I want to be able to rub elbows with some of these higher level podcasters. Pat Flynn, John Lee Dumas, some of them I've already reached, Ryan Moran, so I'm trying to get in with these guys so I can reach a bigger audience, okay? And so we can go ahead and have that network, that friendship, and all that stuff. So I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and reach out to John Lee Dumas of Entrepreneur on Fire, EO Fire. If you guys have listened to that show, you know who I'm talking about. If not, check it out, eofire.com. He interviews all sorts of entrepreneurs. So anyway, I said that would be really cool. So I went ahead and I said, I'm going to go ahead and shoot him a quick video. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to thank him for what he's done for me, is inspiring me. 2, I'm going to also give him a couple of tips on a book that he's going to be releasing, because he's going to be releasing a book called The Freedom Journal, and that's going to be out in, I believe, January. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to reach out to him, and I'm going to say at this point too, I'll probably get a bunch of videos, and that's fine. But you get a lot of people that they'll just write an email, and the emails sometimes get lost, or if you get 50 to 100 emails a day, you can fall behind quick. I know that just from experience. But anyway, so I'm going to do this because I want to help him. Number one, it's all about helping him. And then from there, if we develop a relationship, we do. Well, I shot that video. I sent it off to him, gave him some tips, told him he inspired me, all that stuff. Within a few hours, he emailed me back and said, oh, that was awesome. That was really personal. It was really cool. And yeah, I think that's great. And I would love to have you talk to my affiliate manager, and maybe we can decide, if those tips that you're talking about are already in the mix, or if we need to, and that, if we need to add them, that would be great. So I said, cool. So, and he goes, and, I realized that you and I because him and I communicated a little bit through email before, and I invited him on the show, figuring he'd be a good guest to have to come on about focus, about, how to really just get the stuff done and really lay out a plan, because he's really good at that. And that's really what's inspired me about him. And I know that the Freedom Journal's coming, and I'm like, that would be a great thing for my audience and myself. I plan on purchasing it. So he's like, so if you want, I can come on your show, and we can talk about focus and all that stuff. I'm like, yeah, that would be great. So then, in that same conversation, he goes, and what I would like to do is I'd love to have you on my show. So here it is. Here is the first. It's unofficial right now because it's not been recorded yet. It's supposed to get recorded here in the next week. I'm going to be on EO Fire, and that's going to be coming up. I think it's going to be in like December-ish, and he's going to be on my show, I believe, in January, right around the time of the launch of his book. So you see what happened there? One decision, again, that I wasn't going to do. I was a little leery about it. I made the decision. I took action. You guys know it. Take action. I took action, and then boom, there I am, right? Now I'm going to be on EO Fire, okay? And it's all because I reached out of my comfort zone. I said, I'm going to do it. Why not? And we'll see what happens. So thank you guys for saying congratulations and all that. That is huge. It is big. And I'm really looking forward to it. And I think the interview that I'm going to do with him, I've really been going over it, and I'm going to really dig deep into him talking about how he gets so much stuff done, how he focuses, how he takes action, and then how the journal is going to help us. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what I wanted to share with you guys. I really, again, I'm pumped up about it. I'm super excited. I wanted to share it with my closest friends, which is on Periscope, and my podcast listeners. So I figured, what the heck, I'll let you guys in on it. So, so I really, really want to just say thanks for everyone for making this even possible. So go party. So Rich says he's got to get my autograph. I don't think so, Rich. So it is exciting. I'm pumped up beyond belief here. I'm just like, man, this is awesome. And I'm just really wanting to create a really good, an interview for him. And the interview is going to be a little bit different than his past ones. It's going to be more of me talking about how I got started on Amazon and what I've done, and then teaching a little bit on that interview. So it's going to be a little bit different. If you had $500 on an island, what would you do? And I'll tell you what, one thing I would say is connections is everything, guys. That's why our group, our TAS Facebook group, I think that's huge. Moving in a step closer, when you're at that level, if you join the private label classroom community, that's the next level. It's like community, like-minded people. Man, oh man, is that huge. It really, really is. Never give up. Take action. Take action can create those things that you didn't know could have happened or may have happened. And then just to kind of go into the story, I was talking to my son's friend today. We were walking around together in my neighborhood for about 20 minutes, and I was telling him about this. And hey, Michael, hold on a second. I'll talk to you on that too. I really, I just told him, listen, I wasn't going to do this, but, I wanted to see what would happen, and I did, and all of a sudden now something new happened. If I never started the Amazon business, I wouldn't have a podcast. If I never started the Amazon business, I wouldn't have another stream of revenue for my businesses, right? So it's all of these things that make up where you are. Now, was that road perfect the whole time? No, it was not. I can make an Iron Man suit, no joking, fully working that's awesome. No problem. You're welcome for the free tips, and they're going to continue to come. And the more that I can reach more people, helpful people, not just high level people either, guys, just people that are valuable. Can I motivate you? Yeah, I hope so. But anyway, guys, I'm going to run. Thank you so much for everything. Listen to today's podcast. It does talk about my entire story all the way back from when I was an 18-year-old kid just starting, and how I got my start, and then how I kind of carved out my path throughout to where I am now. Tap on that screen if you're watching the replay too. You guys would give me some love, and then share this with anyone that you think that would help motivate, inspire, give them a kick in the pants, whatever. Definitely do that. Awesome, Bill. I'm glad. Put it there, buddy. You know what? You're going to have bad days. So you're just acknowledge that. You just gotta keep pushing through them. Find a way to get through that day and then bring it to, go ahead and just do it, right? Just get through it, whatever way that you can. And just know that there's good things that will happen. You just have to keep pushing. You have to keep trying. Are you going to release a product on Amazon, and is that product going to be a success? It might not be a full out, success. So yeah, freedom is a great motivator. I mean, here I am at 3:00 in the afternoon. I got a cup of coffee because I wanted to take a break. I'm going back to my home office, and then from there, we are going to, I'm going to do about 2 more hours worth of work. Then I'm going to have dinner with the family. I'm going to go pick up my kid from basketball. We're going to have a talk in the car. We're going to go get his basketball sneakers, and then we're going to come home and have a little family time, and then probably go to bed. So yeah. All right. So how many hours a day do you spend at your home office? Probably. I would say it's tough to say. Depends on the day, but I would say on the average between 8 hours, 10 hours. That's the one thing too, guys. I mean, I am hustling. And I'm hustling. I'm working, but I'm also carving out the time. I'll give you another example. This week, crazy busy for business and for my son. My son is starting his basketball season. He's got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday scrimmages. And I don't miss that stuff, guys. I am the most competitive person out there, whether it comes to business, whether it comes to sports, whether it's playing Uno, like I did the other night with my family, right? I'm competitive. I love to win, and I love to compete, and I love people that like to compete. So, yeah, I am not going to miss one of those games. So I literally had a workshop scheduled for Thursday last week. We hadn't had it announced yet, but I went ahead and I posted in my little calendar with Chris Schaefer that we were going to do it at 3:00. He's got a scrimmage at 3:30. We modified that. Now that's at 9:00. The following Monday, I'm going to do it at 3:00 so I can balance that out. But you see what I did there? I altered my schedule. It's really, really important that I stick to that. Another little thing, when I talked to John Dumas, he actually gave me his first date was a date that my son was going to have a game, and I said I wanted to do it at a different time, right? That's the most important thing to me is my family, period, flat out. So as long as I can have the freedom to do what I want, when I want with my family, I still will work my butt off. Trust me, okay? The ups and the down and the beer, it's all worth it. That's right. All right, Danny. Thank you. All right, guys, gals, thank you so much. Thanks again for tuning in. Check out the podcast today if you have not, or any other episodes, depending on where you are in the mix. 125 episodes now, which is amazing. And I plan on recording another 125 with your help of listening and submitting questions. If you guys have questions you guys want aired on one of the upcoming shows that I do on Friday, just head over to theamazingseller.com/ask. All right? theamazingseller.com/ask, and I will listen to that, and I will answer it on an upcoming podcast. All right? So that's going to wrap it up. Go over and check out the podcast today, and I plan on doing more scopes like this. If you guys like this stuff, stay, subscribe to the Periscope, and I'll do my best to do this. Nice shades. Thank you. All right, guys. See ya. Go take action. Do something today that might make you a little uncomfortable. You never know what's going to happen on the other side of it. You guys know what to do. Go ahead. Tell me. I seen just one person put it down there. What do we have to do? What do we have to do? Come on. All of you loyal listeners, what do we do? Let's close it out right. Take action. That's right. Take action. Get results. You got it. All right. Take effing action. I like it. All right, guys. Have an awesome day.